Hello my fellow fixers, and in today's video we're going to be fixing this faulty Joy-Con. My name is Scott and you're watching Scott Fix. So I picked up this Joy-Con in a job lot that I picked up just before Christmas with various other broken controllers. We can see cosmetically we've got some writing on here. Why would you draw on a Joy-Con? I have no idea. But yeah, I haven't actually done any testing as of yet to find out what the problem is. So what we're going to do first of all, I have my working switch over here. Let's detach our Joy-Con. Now what we're looking to do on our basic bit of testing, we're looking to see if this Joy-Con will pair with the switch. So firstly we'll slide that down, and it has. We see that the little symbol came up on the side there. So we know that, oh yeah, I can feel this thumbstick feels awful. So first point of call, it has actually connected. So what we're going to do now is just do a little bit of testing. So we're going to go over to the, oh, see that? Yeah, this thumbstick I can feel just feels awful. So I'm pretty sure that's what the issue is here. Ah, no. Go down, down. There we go. Maybe I should try using my fingers. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to controllers. And we're going to go to calibrate the stick. So let's try and, yeah, I mean, we can see it's just moving on its own. Yeah, this, I say, I can feel this thumbstick feels really stiff, and you can see it's just drifting on its own there. So let's just do a quick check on the other buttons as well. So we're going to go to the, that's it, test input devices, test controller. So we've got our bumper button, our trigger, up, left, down, right. Let's push in our L stick, so that still works. Select works, and I think the camera will just take a picture anyway. So all the buttons are working, but like I say, this Joy-Con definitely appears to be our issue. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take this off. Now I've never actually opened one of these up before, so this is going to be a first for me. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4 tri-wing screws on the back. Let's start by getting them off. Oops. Okay, so let's just try and prise this apart as gently as we can. There we go. Just run our finger across. Okie dokie. Right, so we have ourselves some ribbon cables. So let me get my tweezers. Okay, so looking inside, we've got the battery, a ribbon cable. This one here must control, oh, these buttons here I actually forgot to test them, but I'll test them again afterwards. Okay, so what we're going to do first of all, let's disconnect the battery, which is down here. There we go. God, it's a bit more fiddly than I thought it would be. So that's our battery disconnected. Then this port here is for the rumble, but I don't think we need to take the rumble off. We just need to remove the battery so we can get underneath. So, does the battery just pop out, or is that stuck in there? Okay, let's try and remove this ribbon first of all. That's that one done. There's one under here as well, but I can't reach that at the moment. So first of all I need to get this battery out somehow. So let's see if I can pry this up. Oh, there we go. So it's stuck in there, it would seem, a little tiny bit of adhesive near the top. Okay, so our battery is now removed. Now we have a couple more screws, and these appear to be fillet heads. So let's change my screwdriver tip over. Okay, so we should be able to now remove this plate. What's on this is a trigger. Aha, right. So that bit's come off. There's also now another ribbon underneath, which I think, let's see, can we get this off without removing any more ribbons? I think we actually can. Let's see, should we zoom in a little bit? So we see here we've got, here's our ribbon cable for the Joy-Con controller, for the stick I mean. There's a screw underneath and a screw underneath here. So this ribbon cable, we need to remove this so we can get access to that screw. And that must be the ribbon cable that goes towards these bumpers at the top. So let's also remove this cable here. Okay, I'll do that in a second. It's so tiny! You don't realise how small these things actually are. Let's remove this screw. See, the thing is, what you don't actually realise is I'm absolutely bricking myself at the minute because I've never done anything like this at all before. So obviously it's quite a scary thing for a complete novice. There's probably more experienced people that are watching this right there going, "What are you doing, you imbecile? No!" Right, okay, there appears to be... It appears to be caught on something, which is just there. So I need to slide this out. Come on, off you get. So you'll watch videos of other people doing this and it'll be so slick and seamless. And you watch me and you're like, this is the reality. This is what it's like when you do it for the first time. Okay, so we have our broken thumbstick. So all we need to do now is just reverse engineer. Now I do have some replacement parts which I've purchased off of eBay in the anticipation that I would get a faulty controller at some stage for me to repair. So here's our new one. So all we're going to do now is place that, just get that ribbon cable out the way. Which is still in the way. There we go. Right, excuse me, sir. Thank you. Okay, and then this ribbon needs to go underneath. So it probably would have made sense actually. If I was to do this again now, I think I would actually remove these ribbon cables because they are just getting in the way. In fact, I'm going to do that now with this one because it is just... There we go. Okay, so let's get these couple of screws back in. I mean, to be perfectly honest, even though it's a little bit fiddly, it is actually quite straightforward to do, he says, famous last words. So I'm sure that once I've done a few of them, it will become quite seamless. Okay, so that's our 2 screws back in place. So we now need to attach this ribbon cable. That was a lot more fiddly than I thought it would be. Right, I believe that one's in there. Is it going all the way? It feels like it's held. Okie dokie. And we have this last one over here. I'm going to put that in now. Okay, all ribbon cables are reattached. Thank goodness. So let's now put this plate back on. Oh, I did actually lose. This button fell out, didn't it? That back in. Yep, back in. Okay. Now for our screw. Oh, there's a spring. There's a spring. Where did the spring come from? Damn. Okay, so now we're going to have to figure out where that spring came from. Aha. Let's go with there. That looks like a good place to put a spring. There we go. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Yes. It's all learning, guys. The whole thing is a learning exercise. Right, so let's get that tucked out of the way. What I want to do is get that caught up in any screws. Okay, so that button is working, that button's working. That's all good. Okay, I'm expecting this to be a bit tricky. Let's reattach the battery. Oh, that's actually quite simple. Okay. Let's put our screws back in. Okay, big breath time. And this is the moment we've been waiting for. Let's see if we've actually managed to fix this Joy-Con drift. Okay, so it's still connecting. Okay, deep breath, deep breath. So let's go back to, let's test our buttons first of all. So we've got a trigger. Yep, clicking in. Yep, all good, happy days. And let's calibrate the stick. and it appears to be fixed. Yes! Thank you! Okay, right. So just to summarize, guys, obviously that was the first time I've literally ever done anything like that in my life. So it was quite nerve-wracking, and it was actually a lot more fiddly than I thought it was. So I've watched a few videos on YouTube of how people take these apart. But yeah, it looks really simple when they're doing it, but it actually was quite fiddly to do. So I'm really glad I did have my tweezers and my the tools that I had available to me. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave some comments down below, and let me know if you're going to give this a go yourself, if you think it can be done. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy. Bye. I just had an afterthought, guys, that when I was doing my testing earlier on, I didn't actually check to see if the Joy-Con was charging, which we can see it is. So happy with that. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to get this all cleaned up with some isopropyl alcohol, and then this one should be good to go back out in the world. Thanks again, guys. See ya.